Did you know that not all wind turbines are placed in wind farms? You and I have an insatiable appetite for electricity. Come with me and we'll look at the issues relative to wind farms and the communities that they serve. This is the Windfarm Guy. Hi, this is Dennis Stout, and thank you for joining me for this episode of the Windfarm Guy. Today I am on Long Island, New York, and I'm with David Scheer at the Hollow Nursery here. And as you can see, there is a turbine behind us. And David, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for coming.
And can you give me a little bit of background of why is there a turbine at a nursery?
Well, about 15 years ago, the owner and founder of the nursery thought it'd be prudent that we try to offset some of our energy use with renewable energy. We have about 625 acres. A large percentage of it is irrigated through diesel motors. So we were trying to transfer over to more electric powered pumps. And the initial thought was to have some of the windmills produce some of that electricity. It unfortunately did not work perfectly for that specific usage, but the windmill does supply our electricity usage for our machinery and our greenhouse range for our growing operation.
Right, and like you said, initially the idea was to have it power electric pumps. There are 3 wells on property, and it was to pump the water to do the irrigating.
Correct.
Because the diesel at that time, 15 years ago, they were very high.
Yes.
It was very expensive.
Yeah.
And so it was to offset that. Things have changed, the economies have changed, and it just makes more sense today to use it you're still using diesel engines for the irrigating, but you're using the power from the turbine to power some of your equipment.
Absolutely.
Okay. So tell me, has it been a good thing? I mean, you've had them for over 10 years now.
Yes.
Has it been a good thing?
Yes. We believe that it is a good thing. It has supplied the electricity for our machinery in our potting operation and our greenhouse close to 100%. So that has taken that cost away from the nursery. And it's compensated, through financial reasons. Right.
And again, we're in New York. Electricity prices they're pretty cheap here, right?
Not really. Right. We do have a fairly high electric rate.
Right. And so this turbine paid for itself a long time ago, and so it really is offsetting those electric prices.
Yes. It's the exact numbers could be debated, but yes, it definitely produces the electricity and supplements our electricity usage. It does pay for itself.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
And if the owners didn't feel that it was a benefit, because it's paid for, if it wasn't a benefit, if it was costing the company, what would they do?
They would shut it off.
Absolutely.
It's definitely not costing us anything.
Yeah.
And so even the maintenance is compensated for the savings in electricity.
Sure. And y'all don't have to do the maintenance. You have the company the wind turbine company, and then you also have an installer that handles all.
We have certified people come to maintain the unit, and we just basically make sure that we call them to have access to the machine.
Okay. Now this turbine is what size?
It's 100 kW.
100 kW. Now, as far as the big wind farms, this is small compared to that. However, back in the day, 20 years ago or more, this would be considered utility scale, and so it's just small compared to what's being installed today.
I believe when it was first installed, it was the largest wind turbine on Long Island.
Okay, all right. Now, as I look at it, it's turning faster than the utility scale, the big turbines that are in wind farms. Wind farms deal with, or there's a perception that the wind turbines harm birds. This is spinning faster. Have you ever had any?
I have never seen any wildlife affected by that wind turbine. I'm here on a daily basis, and we have ospreys that are local, we have many small birds. I've never seen a injured bird or a dead bird under the windmill.
Okay, bird or bat or anything?
Bat or anything.
Okay. Now, as far as the shadow goes, I want to ask that because that's another concern that some people have. Of course, this doesn't cast a huge shadow, but as we were visiting a few minutes ago, it was the shadow was on a guy that was loading his truck. Right. Any concerns there?
We've not had any concerns. Occasionally, I personally have noticed, yes, a shadow, and it depending on where you are. But through the course of the day, the sun moves. So it's not in one spot all day. And at different times of the year, it's in a different spot. So even if it is in one spot and could be slightly disconcerting, as a general rule, it doesn't become an issue.
Okay. All right. All right. One final question. If there was something that you wish the general public knew about wind turbines, wind farms, renewable, whatever, what would that be?
I wish people would understand that renewable energy is needed. It's something that I believe that we have to go by for the future of everybody. There could be a few downsides to it, but I believe that the benefits far outweigh the detriments.
All right, so. Good. Thank you. If you like what we've discussed today, be sure and click like and subscribe below. If you have some comments or want me to address a certain topic relative to wind farms, please also leave me a comment. David, thank you very much. I sure appreciate you joining us today. And this is exciting stuff. I'm really glad that y'all are doing this, and that the owner had this insight more than a decade ago. This is Dennis Stout, and I'm the Windfarm Guy.
Thank you for watching. Working together, we can make good energy decisions and save our planet. I am the Windfarm Guy.